Black women, we're progressive because we had no choice to be. Because if you remember, a lot of us grew up with our daddies not in the house. Yeah. A lot of us grew up, and then when we said we wanted money, we was labeled as gold diggers. Yeah. And now that we independent, that's still a damn problem, right? But now what most people say is that men shouldn't even date until they can afford the woman that they desire. Do you believe that? No, I don't either. I don't believe that either. Because as a successful woman, we deal with a lot of problems and a lot of challenges. Yeah. And to be able to go and have like a dialogue and a conversation where you can help me think through or think me out of a problem, right?
They can't just be fine and dumb.
Right, exactly. Like a contributor, you know. And like I said, for me, I'm more attractive to a smart man than an attractive man, right? Gotcha. Like just the way he thinks. I went on a date. It probably was like last month.
Last one? Mm-hmm. You don't got nobody that like come through though?
Nope. No, I ain't in that space.
Like you ain't got nobody that you like just pull up with sometimes.
You know what's so crazy? Because I turned 40 in September, and I kind of cut a lot of people off.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
So you had a lot of people.
I have a lot, but I had people I was talking to, right? But I didn't feel like they were. Like, as an entrepreneur, like, your time is so valuable, right? Yeah. And so you got to just be very intentional about how you spend your time. And I turned 40, and we were in Jamaica. Actually, my travel agent at the time booked, and she put me in a couples resort. And I'm like, why would you put a woman who's recently divorced, turning 40, at a couples resort? And I'm there with my social media manager, who's a female. Everybody think we gay. And I'm like, what the hell? Right? And so I'm like, what? And so it's Jamaica. But I think God had to have me in that space because I was around all these couples to see how these men were loving on their wives and loving on these women. And I was just like, you know what? I really deserve that, right? Because sometimes you'll end up in places and like, why the hell am I was pissed. Like, why would she send me? But it really was like one of the best trips for me because I'm like, okay, this is a pivotal moment, turning 40, and really just understanding how I should be treated as a woman. Gotcha. And so I was just like, it was my birthday, and I turned 40, and I was just like, all the people I was talking to, I'm like, they not even worth my time. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of like cut everybody off, like clean slate. And then kind of, after the holidays, been talking to people, but very intentional, like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, because we not going to waste my time. Yeah. And I'm not going to waste your time. And, it's just, dating been ghetto. Okay. It's been a little ghetto.
Well, I think we've been recording.
Really?
So that might be a nice little intro leading into, hey, the door is open, guys. Okay.
Yeah. You know what? I think in this season, God is just having me, he wants me to be with him and be to him and get to, because I've been exploring God through other people, right? Like my father, my friend who's an ordained pastor, like, listening to different pastors and things and, trying to understand them. But I think in this season where I'm at in my life, I think he wanted me to get to know him for myself.
Gotcha.
And begin to just, like, I love God. Like, I love him so much because just all the things he have done for me. And I'm really, truly understanding what that love should be like and what it should feel like. And so I think he wants me to himself. So I can really know what that is, and then he'll send me somebody to love me just as much as I love him.
When you say you love God, who is it?
God to me is...
Let me ask you this. Do you love the idea of God? Or, like, because everybody throws God out there. It's just God.
Yeah.
Right? But who is God? Like, what is the relationship like?
I feel like it's a higher power, right? And so I think for me, it's about being humble and having humility all the time, knowing that everything that has happened in your life, it hasn't just happened by yourself. It's a higher power that's ordering these steps and making these moves and making doors open and opportunities available. Because it's not like when you sit back and think about how things played out in your life, the only answer is but God. Like, who else did that but God? Like, I can't even take credit for that, how that lined up. You know what I'm saying? Like, how that situation played itself out. Like, who, like, just the things I've been through in life, like, can't nobody tell me it isn't a higher power that is out there for me, that's like making sure in this world that I'm good, that I'm okay. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So you out here in your journey, bought 7-figure business.
Yeah.
I would imagine that it's tough to. It seems it's easier. First off, every woman in the hood, every woman that work at McDonald's, every woman that got a job at the Olive Garden, they got a man. But the higher up you go, the harder it is. Is that true?
I think it is. And for me, because I was with my ex-husband for 26 years. We were together since we were kids, right? But I think as you grow older and you begin to, you understand your worth, right? And sometimes I believe too, a lot of women, loyalty, like somebody said, is tied to her worth. So she don't leave easy. Like she not walking out easy because, you know, I gotta make this. Maybe it's for the kids. Maybe it's because I'm a strong woman. I'm gonna stick it out. I'm gonna stick it through. But as you begin to grow and evolve, you begin to understand what your worth is, right? And if somebody don't value that, you have to value it for yourself. And, you know, and exit stage left if that's what it calls for. But now also, too, I think what you're asking is, successful women have a hard time finding men, right, to be with and to date, right? And I believe it's really from a standpoint where it's how that man views that woman as they see her as a CEO, as an entrepreneur, as a boss, right? But what if you was to explore that, it's a lot of successful women, educated women that are willing to be submissive, right? Like I tell people all the time, like I have to lean into a masculinity side because that's where my survival mode lies, right? Like that's for my survival. I got to get into that, right? But no woman does not want to be protected, provided for, you know, loved on, cared for, right? So it's like if I had the man to show up and do what he needed to do, like, first of all, even if he couldn't match my level of success, I'm going to still be submissive because I know who I am as a woman. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And I would never disrespect his manhood, regardless of what level we are on with each other in our careers, success, or anything like that. But now some men, they can't handle it, even if that woman is willing to be submissive, right? Like that's something that ain't got nothing to do with me. He might feel it's an attack on his manhood because his woman make more money than him, or because she's more successful, or she's in a limelight, right? And he may feel like it's an imbalance, but I really tell people, like, I can be a boss and a CEO and business and things like that, but at home, I want to be nothing but the woman. I don't want to wear the pants. I ain't touching the trash. I don't mind cooking your food and fixing your plate and serving you. I don't mind that because I understand, like, you know, what our position is as a man and a woman. And if I try to be the dominant, it's going to create an imbalance in our relationship. For sure. And it's not going to survive. It's not going to last, right? And I love being soft and not having, you know, like, first of all, my son is 21. You met him. He takes the trash out. And he goes to college. He lives on campus, but he come home every Thursday to sit the trash on the curb on Friday. Oh, wow. My daughter, who's 17, complained, why Vontae ain't never got to wash the dishes? Why I always got to wash the dishes? I'm like, but you never touch the trash. Yeah. And she like, but I don't use these dishes. Y'all, I said, but you throw stuff away, but you don't touch the trash. Come on, man. You know, it's just certain things that as women we shouldn't have to do, and certain things as men. And people might say that's archaic thinking and things like that, but it's just in our DNA that we got to be respectable of who we are as a woman and a man.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Real quick, we're going to get to what we was going to talk about, but this is good. 26 years married.
No, I ain't that old. We were together for 20 years and we got married for 6. We was married for 6
I got you. Together for 20 years.
Yeah, then we got
married for 6. The 20 So 26 years together.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we was together 20 years. So you got to think, I was in grade school. He was 15 years old, right? So like it was off and on in the beginning because we kids. We growing up, you know what I'm saying? But we have been in each other's space and existed in each other's space for 26 years total.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. So out of the 20, how many years were happy?
I would say it was some dark times because of some life experiences that he went through, some things that I went through. I feel like we were more happier once we became adults and because we're kids, right? Yeah. We were happy in the beginning of it because we kids and we ain't supposed to be,
of course,
right?
Yeah.
But like towards the like.
Let me re-ask the question. Mm-hmm. When did y'all get together? How old were you when y'all got together?
I was 12.
You were 12. Uh-huh. Okay.
And he was 15.
So y'all got married at 32.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. From let's say 20, those last 12 years, how many of those 12 years were happy? So
I would say we had some rough times, and then it was like, because he had asked me to marry him like 8 different times. Really? And I was like, no. Because I was never like pressed to be, you know what I'm saying, in a marriage, because I knew what came with that. My grandmother actually died 2 weeks before their 68th anniversary. And then my parents had a divorce after 20 years. And I always used to say, I don't want what my parents had, I want what my grandparents had. And so I was very intentional about that because I was exposed to both, right? And I never seen my grandparents fight, although my mama say they used to fight, but I seen my parents fight a lot, right? So, and maybe that was with age and things because my grandparents were older and things like that. But I would say for us, he asked me 8 times. And I think around the last 2 times that he asked, he began to change, thinking like, okay, in order for her to accept me as her husband, I'm going to have to change into these things, right? And so I would say like it was very happy times leading up into those 2 years of before I actually said yes.
Gotcha. Oh, so the last 2 years, what you just said yes out of frustration? Like, all right, bro.
No, I think it was some changes that was made. I do believe it was some changes that was made, but also too, at that point, like, I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try. I'll try. And we had been knowing each other for 20 years at this point, kids. And I was just like, okay, let's see. And I really thought like he was going to be like committed, and he really understood from that, like, okay, what it takes to be a good husband.
The 6 years of marriage, how many happy?
I would say the first 3 years maybe, and the last 3 years it got real rocky.
My mom, I remember asking my mom this question, and they were together, I think married 18 years. And I asked my mom, like, how many years were happy? And I don't know where this question comes from. But I said, how many years were happy? She said like 1 or 2. And I never forgot that. Yeah. And I said, what would make someone stay with someone they're not happy with for that long? And I can understand it. You know what I mean? Because you're in a situation. You're just in a situation now. You know what I mean? You're here. You got to try to work it out. You got some kids coming. You want to stay together for the kids.
House, financial situation, right? But also, too, I think marriage is ebb and flows, right? It's going to be good times. It's going to be bad times, right? But, you know, like I was at TD Jake's conference and they ended with the conversation. He brought his wife on stage and they talked about winning at home. And she said, you know, a lot of people change their vows because they're easy to break. But we should keep the vows for better or for worse, through sickness and health. To death do us part, right? Now I didn't keep that one, but you know, it's gonna get bad, but it'll get good again, you know. And we just have to remind ourselves, like, why, you know, what happened to make us choose this person, right? Like for me, I got a divorce. I probably would have never gotten a divorce, but it was something that happened that I just couldn't forgive, right? And it wasn't, you know, it was cheating, right? And it wasn't cheating just 1, 2, or 3. It was like disrespectful at that point.
Multiple times with the same person, or he was outside?
Yeah, outside. So it was like, oh, okay, like you go do that now, and I'm gonna I'm gonna just, and you know what's so crazy? Because I was just telling somebody, I think my team earlier today, I remember listening to Mary J. Blige, Not Gonna Cry, when Waiting to Exhale came out. And I was about 20 years old, and that song means so much more to me now, right? Because when we split, I haven't cried since. And I've been separated for, well, we've been divorced now. It's been almost 2 years. No, it's 2 years this month. And I have not, like, because when a woman is done, she mentally done with you before she physically done with you. So I was able to and not cry. And it's like that song just like really resonate because it's like, I know I gave it my all. You know what I'm saying? I know I did everything that I could do for it. And it's just like, I have nothing to cry for. I did what I had to do, you know?
Not gonna cry. Yes. Not gonna shed no tears. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Did y'all have a prenup?
No.
Who was making more money, you or him?
Dang, David, you in my business. Me. I was.
Did you get half your stuff?
No.
Okay.
We worked it out.
Y'all worked it out.
We worked it out.
Okay.
But I would say as an attorney, you should have a prenup. You should. It don't seem sexy. It don't seem romantic, but you really should. I think it just gives you peace. Right, but I'm a hopeless romantic, right? And I was a lawyer when I got married. I don't know. People ask me, would you get married again? I say yes, absolutely. I don't like dating around. I don't like talking to different. I like just being with one person, right? And so I don't even know if I would do a prenup again. I don't know. It just depends. It depends on the situation.
Nup is marriage, right? Nuptial.
Mm-hmm. Nuptials. Agreed.
So you can't get a prenup after you're married.
You could get a post-nup.
It's called a post-nup.
You get a post-nuptial agreement if both parties agree to it.
Okay.
Like it's just
that must be a hard conversation while you already married. You're like, hey,
let's do this post. Yes.
I got someone I want to talk to you about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But marriage is a beautiful thing, and I think a lot of times people, tear it down and things like that. But I think right now, in 2023, I think the most important thing is we got to be honest with ourselves, right? So we can be honest with each other, right? So if you want 15 different, can I cuss? I ain't gonna cuss.
Thank you.
If you want 15 different, like I don't usually cuss, but when I get in this subject, I cuss a little bit. If you want 15 different chicks, let's just say that, or females, or female companions, just be honest and say that, right? Because it's going to be 15 women out there that's willing to go for that, right? And, but I'm not one of the 15. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what I want. I'm honest with myself. I think, I would do better in a monogamous relationship, just me and one other person, right? And I hope that person have that same commitment. But, like, it's people out. I know a female on Instagram, and she's in a poly relationship with 2 men, and they all happy. You know what I'm saying? So just like you looking like what?
Are the guys together?
I don't know, but one is her husband.
I even do it like this, like
right? And she's been with her husband. You can follow them on Instagram. They got a whole page, and it'd be the 3 of them posting all the time. But it's like her and her husband, and they were in a relationship. And then I guess one day she woke up and said she wanted another man, and now it's the 3 of them. So I just feel like
maybe the man wanted another man too at that point.
Possibly, I don't know. But they happy.
I'm gonna stop doing this too.
Yeah, but but they happy, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
what's their page? I want to see it real quick. What's their page?
Let's see. I follow them for real.
Oh well, shouts out to these conversations.
Yeah.
This is really, really good.
Let's see.
So and eventually, so this is Rosezena, and she is the business lawyer, and she's a trademark attorney. Yeah. And we're gonna get into a whole bunch of stuff that we need to talk about in terms of trademarks and protection. But right now, I just want to see how this couple react.
Wow, she's pregnant too now.
And she's pregnant? By who the daddy though?
I don't know.
But who the daddy?
I don't know.
Let me see. All right, let's go.
I had to go down a little bit.
Can I say their name? Yeah, that's cool.
I had to.
Passion Jones, and she just in the middle, just as happy.
Yeah, she happy. She honest. She living her truth, right?
Passion Jones 12.
Now that can't be me. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like people need to be honest, right? But see, this is where it gets complicated. Yeah. But people want to be selfish, and they want their cake, and they want to eat it too.
Yeah.
And now it's like, we all grown. You don't got to lie. Like, living your truth, right? And so I just, I believe that. What do you think about that?
About
You're so
what?
interested and passionate in them right now.
About what?
Like living in your truth. Do you think if you...
I think people should live in their truth. Yes.
Like, I mean, trust me. Like, with all, like, people who are happy to be side chicks and everything like that, like, you could get you 13 people who willing to be a side chick, and y'all all could just be together.
Hey, some people don't want to be a main nothing anyway. Like, yo, let me get... But you know
what's also true? Some women don't even want the man if they woman don't want them no more.
Some
women
won't
even want
a man unless they... Oh, wow.
Like, I have heard women say, I don't want that burden. Like, let that be. I just want him for fun, and that's it.
Who the daddy?
You just asked who the daddy.
Well, who the daddy? I just want to... Oh, nah, they into that. Yeah. Not nothing wrong. I'm just saying, like, you can tell.
But that's her father. You looking at
this one. That's her husband's, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of tell they're into each other, you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
What? What's so funny, yo?
So wait, do you think it can exist with a woman and 2 straight men?
No.
In that relationship? No?
No. Well, you know, hold on. Let me anything's possible. Yeah. It is 2023.
It's 2023.
Yeah. There's some anything's possible.
I thought he was straight, so I don't know. But then as I started looking at the pictures, I did question.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever makes somebody happy,
but
that's what makes them happy.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, I'm talking to some men about, like, one woman, and they like, yo, you one woman? No, it's impossible. You can't be happy. Actually, a woman was like, yo, a man is going to cheat on a woman if that's his only source of sexual pleasure.
I don't believe that.
Right, but there are some women that, like, they strongly, strongly believe that one woman cannot satisfy a man. So
that's basically conforming to the idea that all men cheat.
Correct.
And I don't believe that.
Of course I don't believe that.
I know I know Neo, like, great husbands, right, who are great men to their wives. I know blue collar men, right, that are great men to their wives. Like,
you would have thought Martin Luther King wasn't outside.
You wouldn't actually.
You would have thought.
Probably, like,
come on, you're not thinking.
No,
Pastor King.
Now, if you told me Malcolm X, and Malcolm X won outside, they could not approve anywhere where he had cheated on his wife.
For sure, but what I'm saying, you would have thought Martin Luther King. Come on, like, he preached.
I mean, now that I be looking back and stuff, I see it. I could see it.
How? He wasn't flirting with the congregation, was he?
No, I mean, I could see it.
You could see it because someone said it, but if no one ever said it, you'd be like, nah.
No, probably not.
So every person has the capacity to cheat. Now, it depends on if you're acting on that desire or not. Yeah. I am blessed that I don't even have the desire. It's not like I look at somebody like, ooh, my wife won't know. Yeah. You know what I mean? I don't look at people that way. Right. You know what I mean? So, and I'm content in my situation. So,
yeah. And your wife is beautiful. It's just,
and
that's another. Baddie. She is so beautiful, and it's just like, men be so dumb. I just read a quote that said, like, men be so dumb. They be having the prettiest, baddest wife and girlfriend, and they'll go cheat on her with a bed bug, with a roach-looking person. Like, like, it just don't make sense.
Because the bed bug be nasty.
It's nasty,
The bed bug be nasty. See, she all cute. She ain't nasty. Give it a little... Give me Charlene over there that worked out at the Quick Trip.
But also, too...
Charlene with whatever. You hear me?
But also, too, I was just looking at some. I actually did a live about it where this man had recorded all the times that his wife told him no, and a reason.
I saw that. You saw that? I saw that.
In a month's time, she told him yes 3 times. And that was it.
I saw that.
And told him no every single time. And then reasons would be, what she would say, I'm sweaty, I'm nasty, stuff. I need to take a shower. But won't even take a shower till the next day. He kept the notes for that. I said, he could work really good at my law firm. I love his note taking.
Yo, that's crazy. Did he ever leave her?
I don't know. They just posted it. But another thing, too, is like, as wives, I know we're tired. I know we have the kids we're dealing with and things like that. Yeah. Like, one thing I don't believe in refusing your husband sex. I just don't. Like, and that's one thing I didn't do, but I'm here divorced. So maybe, that don't work either. So, I'm like, hey, gosh. I mean, but yeah, like I think, we have to, when you enter into a marriage, a partnership, you have to be considerate. And one thing you have to also do is compromise.
Yeah.
You have to, and it's so crazy because I feel like I have all this advice for all my friends now who's married and stuff, but it's because I went through it and I don't want them, you know what I'm saying, to end up on the other end of the stick. It's something so simple as my sister was here. She's 8 years younger than me. She's 32. She's married. And then my niece-in-law, who is in a relationship with my nephew, they've been together for like 10 years or something. They were here and they were talking about how like sometimes the guys come in and they don't say nothing to them. And they be in their face like, well, what's wrong? Did I do something? And I told them, I said, y'all can't do that. Because sometimes these men, they're working men. It could be their boss pissed them off. It could be something at work sometimes we be all in the man's face trying to figure out what we did. So we ain't did nothing. They just want their peace and their space, right? But I could talk about that because I used to be that one. Like, what's wrong with you? Why you got an attitude? Why you ain't saying nothing? Like, and it's like I had to learn. Sometimes you just need to give them their space and allow them to be. And I told him, I said, and trick is, you gonna get that Negro his space, let him be in his man cave playing the game stuff. Don't check on him. Don't even go, because now he gonna come and look for you like, babe, what you doing? Like,
come on, man.
I've been in the room for 4 hours. What you doing now? You know what I'm saying? And they will appreciate that. Yeah. Like, people just, as your significant other, your partner, we still need space. We still need the time to be our individual selves and not lose that.
Rosena's giving y'all game right now, especially for the high level female entrepreneur. I think this is very important because actually I was watching a show on Netflix yesterday called How to Get Rich. Okay. Yeah, How to Get Rich is a kind of, they're going through these different couples and their situations and trying to help them save their money or whatever. And one of them, she's the breadwinner. And the guy is at the house and she talks to him like she's the breadwinner. And the guy is at the house.
That's terrible.
It's why you saw it? You saw it? Oh, bruh. It's disgusting. And he just takes it because what are you going to do? She going to kick you out, bruh. This her bread.
You know what? And it's so crazy because I was in that situation where I became the breadwinner in my situation. But also, too, like when I was in law school, my husband had our kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? When I was in the library studying 16 hours a day with a newborn baby at home, he had them babies. You know what I'm saying? He had those kids. And so it's just like, people talk about like, being a house husband or whatever. It strict your manhood, but it's like, it's what the woman see as value, right? That was more valuable to me than him bringing in money, paying all the bills and anything, because then, so we met when I was a kid, right? 12 years old. But since I was 5, I knew I wanted to be a lawyer, right? So it's like, because he made that sacrifice, right? And I was able to study in a library 16 hours a day at peace because I knew my kids was at home with their other parent. You get what I'm saying? That's a value to me. So when I come home, I'm never disrespecting that. You get what I'm saying? So women have to also understand, like, just because that man is doing something different than what, you would expect, that's still value that's brought into your household. Because, we say as women, we can have it all, right? But really, truthfully, we can't have it all without a support team.
That's a fact.
Without that team, and my parents, my brother, my sister, and my ex-husband, they were that team. Right? And so I would never disrespect that, right? So when I did whatever I did, I came home, he's still a man of the house. I'm going to ask him, like, we going to make decisions together. I'm never going to negate that, But at the end of the day, it's about the individual, right? For me, I was intentional about not disrespecting that, right? My father is in my life. I love my father. My father's a man's man, right? And, like Beyonce said, she picked a man that was very similar to her father, you know what I'm saying? And I love my father, but at the same, I would never disrespect my father. You know what I'm saying? I would never disrespect, because he's a man and he has been nothing but a great father, nothing but a man to me. And I seen my husband doing that with our kids. Yeah. So I didn't want to disrespect that. And so, but some men now gotta understand too, if their woman is willing to, it's a team effort. Yeah. And a lot of times we go into our relationships thinking it's me against you, when it's us against the world. You get what I'm saying? It's not, you know, like, and so never get that. So while you in war at your mind, like, damn, my girl paying the bills, she doing this, she doing that, but you're creating an opportunity for me to do, we can do this together.
But I mean, you still got to be mindful that a man's pride, and some men, you know what I mean? I don't think, no. Here's the thing. Me knowing me, if roles were reversed and my wife was this woman going crazy, business, all that kind of stuff, I think I'd be cool being at the crib.
I'm so happy you
changed
and involved.
I had
this conversation when we was in LA at the BET Awards, and I think you were the only guy that was like, "Nah, I'm gonna have a problem with it."
No, that wasn't me. That was Neo.
Oh, Neo had a problem.
No,
okay.
I wish my wife would go become a multi-millionaire. I'm done. All these interviews, I would still do something because I enjoy it, like my hobby. I probably still do this, but ain't no pressure on me to like make sure something's successful.
And I think you just can't lose yourself in that person's success.
For sure.
Exactly. You still got to do what you got to do. Like, I love, and I'm on the outside looking in. I don't know these people in real life, but Sarah Blakely. Do you follow her and her husband?
Yeah, Spence.
I love
I don't follow them, but yeah.
She's a multi-billionaire. I don't think his net worth that.
He got millions though.
He got millions, but he ain't got billions. I don't think. Maybe he do. I don't know.
Well, let me see.
Let's see. Because it seems like they have a really good, and I don't know. This is just me on the outside looking at.
You never know.
Instagram, right? We never know, right? But from the outside looking in, they looking like it's working, right? And he's like, he looked like he's just the coolest dad, right? A more understanding husband. And so it's just like, I think, again, it's not about me versus you.
Yeah.
Or, it's us versus them.
Jesse Itzler. And who knows,
we don't know. But
it said, the internet says his net worth is $200 million.
200 million?
Yeah, but if you got 200 million, your wife got $1 billion. It's not that.
What's her, right, it ain't that much.
Yeah, it ain't that.
Now, it ain't a feeling like.
If a woman's net worth is $2 million and mine 40,000, it's like,
yeah,
okay, I'm your child. You know what I mean? I'm your son.
But I think too, if you're in a relationship, if you're in a marriage, everything you gotta do gotta be for the family, right? So it ain't just like, this my $2 million. This our $2 million.
Yeah.
And with your 40,000, now we got $2 million and $40,000. You know, so it's like. It's about perspective. I know.
It's not.
So what do you think? So what would you recommend for a woman like me? Should I not date somebody who,
You should. I'm saying, so say for instance, today you go to Target. Yeah. Okay, the manager, fine out here. Okay, 40,000. He's up, but treat you right. You know what I mean? Nice. He pick you up in his vehicle. It's nothing crazy. Yeah. Y'all outside. Y'all form a marriage. And he's like, all right, cool. I'll take care of the household. You might be up a couple million. That don't mean he up a couple million.
Right.
Or y'all. It sound good.
Yeah.
But you're not like, oh, yeah, that's your money too. Because if it is, he can spend it how he want to spend it.
Right, you're right, because he can't.
That ain't the case.
Right, no, he can't spend it.
Sounds good. See, that's a clip that somebody will post, and then it'll get a whole lot of likes and shares and all that. But at the end of the day, let you be in that situation.
But also too, I love Target, so I might make an exception for the.
So you a date somebody?
The manager at Target, and he's in the leadership role. He's probably career driven, open, right? If he's probably invested in leadership development, right?
Maybe not.
Maybe not, but maybe he's open to it, right? We never know. It's just like,
so in that scenario, he'd have to have some sort of ambition for greater.
He has to have ambition. Okay. that's what I'm saying. He could start at Target as the manager. Yeah. But if he had that ambition, that's all we need, right? Like some of the greatest people, where did they start working? They didn't start where they were. They started at certain places like that. And they just need like the right type of partnership, the right type of network, the right type of people around them, the right type of books to read to change their mindset. I had, and it's nothing wrong with the working class. I say that all the time. CEOs and entrepreneurs who get up here and talk down on the working class are crazy, and they really not real entrepreneurs. Yeah. You know why? Because it take working class people to help you build your business, right? So why even talk down? But when I was in, a working class mentality, wasn't thinking nothing about entrepreneurship, it was a book that flipped the switch in my mind, and it's been go ever since, right? So it might just be a woman like me to come in and pull something out of him, and we up from there. You get what I'm saying? Like, think about Jay-Z, who the moves he make and think, but he was like a drug dealer. Yeah,
and we all started. So I mean, I was at the Cheesecake Factory. You know what I mean? Like,
right. And look what you built.
As long as you got that, as long as you have ambition for more, you'll be cool with that.
Exactly.
Okay. I mean, because there's a lot of women that say, "Yo, no way, you got to be on my level or more," because I think they're looking at the situation right now. Donnie is not dating the manager at Target.
She's not dating the man. No, I gotta call her.
Reese. No, I'm about to call her.
I mean, if he fine and he tall, I mean, he ain't gotta be fine, because I ain't even on the fine thing. Like, you just gotta be taller than me, and we can work through everything.
Gotta call Donnie. I really gotta hear her answer. Well, I already know her answer. I want you to hear her answer.
Okay.
Yeah, no. It's over. It's over. But I mean,
where's Donnie from though? Where is she from?
She's from New Orleans and Atlanta.
And Atlanta, and like, does she come from like a background where, like, her family was doing well, or no? But she's acquired a certain lifestyle. I have to, yeah.
And you want to keep that lifestyle going.
You do,
and you don't want to be the person affording the lifestyle for somebody else,
right?
In certain scenarios,
right? But who's to say that's going to be that situation in long term?
I'm just telling you,
because you could probably get what Donnie said.
I'm just telling you that. And okay. This is David saying this about Donnie. When the cameras are on, Donnie might say something different. Okay? But what I know about my sister,
right,
it's over.
So let me ask you this. How long ago did you work at the Cheesecake Factory?
I left 2012.
Okay, so about 10 years ago.
Yep.
Right? And how long have you been with your wife? Or when did y'all meet?
We met in 2017, early 17, and we got married. No, late 2007. We got married 6 months after we met.
Oh, good.
Off Tinder. And 2000, don't judge me.
No,
don't judge me.
I just got to try it out.
2000, we got married.
No judgment here.
2008, June of 2018.
What were you doing when you met her? Like,
I was an entrepreneur. I had a kiosk in the mall. Mm-hmm. I was doing well.
You was doing well?
I had my own studio space. Yeah,
the other one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But imagine, like, if you was the guy at the Cheesecake Factory and the girls didn't talk to you because you worked at the Cheesecake Factory.
No. But here's the thing. People on the same level would date me, no problem.
Right, no problem. But also, like, what if you want the because, okay, for instance, like me, I'm a successful woman. I go to dinner all the time by myself. Now, I don't know. Maybe I'm fronting a little bit.
The server comes serve. Hey, you want cheese on that?
Maybe.
You look really, really good.
Maybe. I don't know. Because it's just like, I know where I'm from. I know my background, and I know the men that I come from. Right. And they some great men when it comes to just being like, great conversation. Now, they some dogs. I'm talking about my daddies and my brothers. Now. But they're great men. You know what I'm saying? And they're great men to be in the presence of. My all the guys in my family have criminal records, felons, and things like that. And I'm not throwing them. So from that, right? Because I know the caliber of man. Like two of my best teachers is my father and my brother. My brother is 50 years old. My brother is a recovering heroin addict, done things. And I learned my best life lessons from them. You get what I'm saying? Like, I can maneuver in the streets. I can maneuver in a courtroom. I can maneuver in a boardroom. Most people can't do that. Because I've been exposed to these type of caliber of men. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not quick to throw somebody away just because of their current situation, because I understand the potential that they have, right? I just told you my dad was a convicted felon. My dad now works for the chief judge of Cook County Jail and does amazing work, right? So it's just like, you can't, because we all never came packaged perfect. You get what I'm saying? I had some ways where somebody could have threw me away. And so it's just like, I just tend to, because also too, that's my leaning into God and understanding him, right? And if it's his people, we're not just deemed to throw everybody away. Because if that's the case, he could have threw me away a long time ago.
For sure.
So it's just like, I just try to be open-minded in that. Now my friends do criticize me for not being open-minded with the height thing. Now, if we just gotta be real, that's something.
They gotta be tall.
They gotta be tall for me.
What if they treat you really, really nice? Reese, how tall are you?
How old is he?
He got you.
He older than, he about my age of my son, so he don't count. So you
no, that's a grown man.
How old is he?
How old are you? 34.
Oh, sorry, Reese.
That's a grown man.
Yes,
they got an inch on you. You feel me? Maybe not with heels, but
right.
So,
not with heels.
I think that's just a preference of you like what you like. But that preference is no better or worse than the preference of I want somebody that got some bread already.
I mean, if that's the case, Now, one thing I am bothered by, we actually.
Hey, listen, y'all, it's free. I want to, take some shots, okay? Take some shots. Be upfront what your situation is. Like, I'm the shift leader at Church's Chicken. I'm in a management position, holding it down.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm trying to get my trademarks right. You know what I mean? Shoot your shot, man. She's open.
Don't do that. Don't do that. But I did just recently see a thought leader say that, and it was disturbing to me, that Black men are seeking women outside of the country because the women in this country are too modern and progressive. Yeah. And I was disappointed.
Or entitled.
I was disappointed with what was said because I felt that at first I thought this person promoted Black families and, the thing of Black families and promoting that, which is, I think, healthier for our community, for our economic system and all of that. But also, too, Black women, we're progressive because we had no choice to be. Because if you remember, a lot of us grew up with our daddies not in the house. Yeah. A lot of us grew up, and then when we said we wanted money, we was labeled as gold diggers. Yeah. And now that we independent, that's still a damn problem, right? So it's like, what, and and he talked about how men just shut down and they don't talk, but at the same time, now it's time for men to be men and step up, because all women are not up here talking down to men. That's not, like, I don't do that. It's a form of respect, right? Yeah. And I don't disrespect, but so you can't classify all successful modern day women as this and then say it's okay for Black men, American Black men, to flee and seek women outside. So now we still in a messed up situation, right? Yeah. Because it's the Black family is
his advice was telling people to go out of the country.
He said that most Black men are going out of the country because of this, and he spoke on it as if he understood the reason why.
I know one. I know one.
You know one that's going out of the country?
He moved out there.
Oh, yeah. But here's the thing,
we asked him on the podcast, right, Reese? He's like, yo, why you doing out there? He's like, hey. I said, well, it was a type or something like that. He said, you see where I moved? I said, dang.
But you know what? Also, too, like, you can move out the country, you can find a woman, but those women out of the country, they want to be taken care of, too. Now, your dollar might go longer out the country, depending on which country you're in, right? Because I was in South Africa, spent $200 for 7 days. It's 8 of us at the table, dinner at
crazy.
5-star restaurant, $200 for the bill. We fighting over the bill. Like, I got this one. You know what I'm saying? So your money may go further, but women expect to be taken care of everywhere, right? Yeah. It's just in America, when a black woman says she want to be taken care of, it's a problem. And then when she begin to take care of herself, it's still a problem.
Dang, that's real. That is real. I never even thought about that dynamic. You're right.
Like,
You're right.
And so it's like when people tell me I'm bossed up, that's what they say. Or I'm intimidated by you. You will see. Oh, I can't afford you. I can't. Like, I should be your motivation to be ambitious enough to come up here. Yeah. So you know you can take care of a woman like me, because I'm not gonna suffer in my lifestyle that I know that I deserve. And like, I come from poverty. I come from nothing. So that God gave me a gift to live this life, I'm gonna live it to the fullest. Yeah. And I'm not gonna wait on anybody to give me that ability or give me that reason to do that. Yeah. I have to create that for myself until someone comes along. But you think when somebody come along and be like, oh no, I got my own money, I'm too independent. No, like, and then people talking about splitting bills and stuff. See, I'm the type, I ain't even got time for pettiness, right? Like, just give me the bill, I'll pay for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we doing that.
So here's the thing. If a man doesn't have it and they request that the bill be split and you say, okay, I got it. You don't think that would make him feel a certain way?
You shouldn't ask to split the bill in the
first place. What if he only got half?
Well, we shouldn't be outside then.
But I'm saying, but
you should have went and bought you a picnic basket, went to the grocery store, said, let's do a picnic in the park, and then we there. You know?
Nah, but you still want to go out, like, let's say, for instance, I don't know, if it's like, you want to go somewhere nice. He still wants to take you somewhere nice. Yeah. Still want the ambiance of the nice. It's just at the end, that's the tacky. Bill. Let me throw something on something.
That's tacky.
Or what about this? I got it. You take care of the tip.
I don't mind that because I'm a big tipper and I hate cheap tippers because I used to be a shampoo girl. That was my first job. Yeah. And I remember receiving my first $20 tip. I was so happy. And I hate even going out with people who don't like to tip.
Yeah.
Right, because especially in the service industry. So like, I don't mind that. Like, because if you're gonna be cheap on the tipping side, I got you as a server. You know how 100%. Much tips mean to people. So like, I don't mind that at all. If you paying a bill, like, but even to have that conversation, like, we shouldn't even be here.
But my man is on a fixed income, but he nice and he fine and he tall and he treats you nice. It's this area.
Is this the first date though?
I don't know what it is.
Because if that's the case, he should have text this boy, like, cash out me $25 real quick, so I'll leave this tip. You know what I'm saying? That's not something you should have a conversation.
Okay.
If I'm your woman,
yes,
that's a different story.
Okay.
That's a whole different story. Because we in this together. Like, I know your situation. Mm-hmm. You know my situation. Like, yeah, babe, it's no problem. I got that.
So moral of the story, you got a front on the front end. And then once they get comfortable, then you ease it in. Like, once you call me bae, like we be intimate on a regular basis.
Not once you call me bae.
And now it's like, oh, boo, you got this one?
Not front on the front.
That's what you said.
It's not
date.
Fronting. It's just the way. It's just like, it's a way to like for instance, some things could be a turnoff in the beginning, right? It could be a turnoff to the point where now I'm not even trying to get to know you anymore because you just turned me off by talking about we splitting a bill or you talking about a tip. Like, you know, like that, like, it's just a turnoff to me. So it's just like, I ain't even, okay,
so we're not doing it in the beginning, but you got to do it them first couple times. Mm-hmm. Sprinkling some what's it in the park where they watch the movies in the park? What was it called?
Oh, on Piedmont. Mm-hmm.
Nah, it's called something. Viewing in the park or something like that, sprinkling some of them.
Yeah.
And by the time you really, really like feeling me,
yeah.
And that's when we come up with the bet. You got this one, and eventually the tables turn, and you're paying every.
No, heck no.
What you mean?
No, you're not paying everyone. Because now it's he was a scam artist and he was a shyster. And this was really just so I could pay everything.
So why is there a standard? When I'm on a date, if I'm the man, I got money or whatever, I'm taking care of you every day, right? So in reverse, you got it. Mm-hmm. Target manager ain't got it like that.
Right.
Eventually, you should be. He ain't trying to split it.
No, not
most
every
of
day.
them.
Not most of them. Like, I got you something.
He ain't got it.
Here's the thing too.
You gonna get tired of Chipotle.
No, good women will offer to pay. You ain't gotta say nothing. Like sometimes, like, cause men, y'all reach for the bill real quick. Sometimes just let it sit there. And she know, and she'll be like, you know what, babe, I got this one. But we ain't finna get this one every single time. Like, come on now.
I think in that scenario, okay.
No, because here's the thing. If Target man is
hold on. Married, scenario, married. You're the breadwinner. He stays at home raising the kids. When y'all go out.
I got it.
Every time.
Every time, because I'm the breadwinner.
That's the same scenario in a really committed relationship. It's the same thing.
No, but you didn't say really committed. You said 3 dates, and then after that, I got it every time.
No. So 3-4 dates, you got it. Then you realize what's going on. You got it. By this time, you in love. It becomes a habit. Bill comes, or the bill comes, he slide it to you, or make some sort of joke like, "Hey, that's."
But see, if
my sugar mama, you know what I mean?
If it's Target manager, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully, the fact that he's around me and the environment that I have took him to, or things I'm exposing him to, he wants to be ambitious to do things better, right? Like, look, Target finna be behind me,
which makes things worse, because if you put him in an environment where he's ambitious, guess what he's doing with his money? Investing it, and doesn't even know what he's doing, so he's losing it. And you be the one printing up the posters for his mixtape.
No, so how about this?
That'd be your bread.
So how about this? How about you teach the men, if they want to, how to transition from working class into entrepreneur? Because, like, I'm sure you made some mistakes, right? As an entrepreneur, 100%. Transitioning and things like that. What were some of the mistakes you made that you would tell, like, Target manager right now, like, to do in order to transition into a position you're in?
Stop chasing every good idea. Spend time in an idea enough to learn it. Separate your business income and your job income. Live off your job income. Your business income should be like doing multiple investing in it. Don't use the rewards of the business to eat. You know what I mean? And learn the business. Like, learn the business and then find a good woman who got some bread that can fund your situation. That's my advice. You gotta listen. Y'all gotta find a Rosita.
No,
because
now you put it out there like I'm a sugar mama, and I ain't that.
But right? You would be.
No, I would not. I wouldn't be. I would be someone who's willing to grow with you.
Yeah. What is that? You're not trying to eat Fridays every night.
I actually like Fridays. It's one of my favorite restaurants, but not every night.
Exactly.
I want to cook sometimes.
Okay, so outside of cook, but I'm saying when you go out, you don't want Fridays. It's a whole little Fridays, Olive Garden for the salad, because you get the unlimited salad. Go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Special nights we doing the Red Lobster.
No.
And then there's
more. Red Lobster is in the same with Fridays. And
exactly. That's how you circulate it.
Yeah, no.
That's what I'm saying is, but that type of person doesn't have the bread to be, we're not going to Capitol Grill and all that kind of stuff. Or if we do go,
I'm not paying.
Why wouldn't you?
Because it's your treat to, like, show me, like, you know. And too, if I constantly pay, now that's messing with your manhood.
No, it ain't.
And your ego. Yes, it is. Because you're like, dang, my girl play all the time. Like, I gotta get my stuff together.
He gonna put you on one of his songs.
No.
I got this girl named Rosie. She take the bill.
But now what most people say is that men shouldn't even date until they can afford the woman that they desire. Do you believe that? No, I don't either. I don't believe that either.
That doesn't have anything to do with it.
Now, okay, I don't agree with that. You don't agree with that. But why you turn me into a sugar mama? Since
it was the scenario where Harold that work at Target.
What?
You said you would date Harold. I don't want to call him Target. I just call him Harold.
Okay, Harold.
That's a
Let's
day.
call him Jason. Jason sounds better.
You want to know Harold?
No. I can't say Harold. No, Harold like granddaddy.
Norman.
Jason. Let's call him Jason.
Okay.
Jason.
You ever dated a Norm?
Jason. No.
You ever dated a Norm? No.
Find Jason at Target.
Find Target Jason. Okay.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, if they're in that scenario, most of the time, if they're in that, most of the people in that position are not financially literate. And not saying that their ability to earn is stifled, but it's just so if most people in a, let's say, poverty-stricken area, right? They're not financially literate. So maybe they overspend.
Not necessarily.
No, there's always
I know people that make a lot of money and don't know how to manage it, spending a lot of it. And I know people who work.
Let me ask you this question.
Okay.
Would you say that in a poverty-stricken area, 60% of those people are financially literate?
No.
That's why I'm saying most.
Okay, most. Okay, got
Like, we still got, there's a story of the guy who was the security guard or whatever, where he was investing in the stock market and became a multi-millionaire, right?
See, that's why you don't pass up on, because Jason at Target might be investing in the stock market. Boom. You just never know.
But it's like digging through the trash to find a steak.
Yeah.
There's a steak there somewhere.
Yeah. But you're right.
But you got to go through a lot. Yeah. I'm just saying majority. So most people first off, let's say most people, period, are financially illiterate. I don't care if you make six figures, 100,000, 200,000. Yeah. But I would say especially people who are 30, 40,000, they probably overspend. And again, if you are making 30 or 40,000, I'm not saying anything to you. I'm saying most people they overspend. Most people. But if they're in that scenario, most people applies there too. My point is, if you make a little bit of money and you overspend a little bit, then you're not in a position where you can ever start going to like Capital Grill and spending all this money on you. Again, I'm even an exception to the rule because I'm making 40,000 at the Cheesecake Factory. I still was able to kind of do some nice things for myself, right? So don't attack me, y'all. I'm just saying, if
Jason. Man, gonna be Jason.
Yo, if I were to have another son, I'd call him Norm.
No, don't do that to that baby. Do not do that to that baby.
So Jason works there.
Yeah.
You're saying every once in a while, but you might not have the finances to every once in a while.
I think what you're thinking is that I'm thinking, okay, there's opportunity and room to date Jason, the Target manager, because there's room and opportunity for Jason to grow. Like David did, who worked at the Cheesecake 100%. Factory, who built Social Proof Podcast, right? So I'm thinking it from that perspective, right? So like I might miss you know all them girls who probably curved you at the Cheesecake Factory looking like, dang, I could have had him. He right? And you
missed out, baby.
Missed out, right? People's rejection is God's protection, right? So it's like, so it's just like we can't be closed-minded to things. But then
again, I never hollered at anyone that looked too successful anyway, though.
Why? Why didn't you do that? Did you feel intimidated?
I didn't feel intimidated. I don't know if I used the word intimidated. It just wasn't in my, what am I doing with that?
You didn't think you could handle that, manage that?
I wonder. One, I think it was a lot of insecurity, but not in that regard. It was just insecurity, period. I mean, from a kid, I never really hollered at the baddie because it just seemed like you ain't gonna want me. And I never said it to myself, you ain't gonna want me, but I just never did it. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of men think like you, right? And you say you want to go for the easy kill, right? Easy kill. Because let me tell you, if I go outside right now looking like this, nobody's going to talk to me. Yeah. Nobody, But if I go to Target with my hair pulled back or my hair looking like I ain't brushed my hair all day and I got on some leggings and just looking like crazy. Somebody threw me away, like I'm getting all type of action and I'm like, what is that?
You better go there today, catch you a Norm. You know what I mean? Get you a little Norm over there. Jason. That's how you need it. That's how you need to do it, though. Don't look so intimidating.
That is so. Don't look so intimidating.
Nope.
So so we do this for each other, women.
You're doing it for you right now.
I mean, for me, I guess.
For
right.
Other women to say she look fabulous.
But so when men see women all dressed up and stuff, what do y'all just look at it and be like, what?
Wow. She looks nice.
And y'all not gonna say anything.
I'm not about to shoot no shot.
And
no, there are some people that will shoot. Like I have some friends that, I mean, it was just clear that she wasn't fooling with you, but you just go shoot the shot. That was just me and my, I guess insecurity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, but it's a lot of men like that. And they're coming like, because I think too, women be like, dang, what's wrong with me? You know? And then when we come out looking, you know, like, you know, homely, then it's like, it's up and we be like, what is going on? And I'm happy men are talking about it and expressing it. So we know it's not us, it's y'all.
You need to use that as a strategy.
I mean, I guess.
Go out looking homely more often.
When I go outside, I mean, I just go to Target. That's all. That's the only place I go to.
Target. Yo, I promise you. Yo, in a few years, we're gonna watch this, and your husband is going. You gonna meet him at Target.
I'm gonna meet him at Target.
Absolutely.
You think so?
Absolutely.
No, but you know, it's also too like you just as a woman now. People are weird and crazy, right? I'd rather meet somebody like through you or like through you know, like a referral kind of situation. You know,
Bumble?
Huh?
Use Bumble?
No, I don't use any dating apps.
You should. Why not?
I mean, I'll try. I'm not just good with technology, but I'll see what that is. But like a referral source, because it's like, okay, he know that person that know it. Because people out here lying. They just lie so much. So it's just like you know, you kind of be remiss. I remember my cousin one time. I was like, you know, I was telling her, this is when I was married. She was single. I was like, girl, you need to go on a date now. She's like, I'm not doing that. And I was like, okay. This was like years ago. And I was like, okay, so what about when guys try to holler at you? And she in Chicago, West Side. She was like, girl, I run in my car. You thinking they trying to rob me? And so it's just like, we don't, you know, it's a safety issue. Yeah. It's all type of things. So I think like the best form of like dating is coming like through referral sources or something. Especially like somebody like me.
I don't even know nobody that's like all the way single.
You don't have to think about it. You
know what I mean? No, I'm just saying. Like, obviously, I've had this conversation before, and the people that are single, they not all the way single. You know what I mean? Reese, on the other hand, Reese is single, right, Reese? Reese single out here. He might be the only person that I know
that's single.
That is single.
Oh,
like.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what he be doing. What you be doing? You be work. You don't be work. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, Reese. We need to find out what's going on. But yeah, I don't really know, especially in Atlanta. It's almost like the person that you want, somebody else want them or got them, and they know that they're desirable. So
yeah,
you get on Bumble.
Get on Bumble.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a dating app. You on Bumble? No, I think that's the name of it. That's the name, Bumble, right? Yeah,
so
you
what's
can find
the
you a little
difference from
joint.
Bumble and Tinder?
They all different. They all the same.
So this is newer, something new?
I think it's newer, right? You on Bumble? Now you don't want to admit you on there. You know you on there too. Talking about I was one day. Yeah, you on there. You got an account. I know you do. Is the app on your phone right now? No. Yeah, all right. You're on Hinge, okay.
What's Hinge?
Hinge is an app. They all Hinge, Bumble, Tinder, all that.
But so I used to think like those apps was like if you just ready to do it, like.
So here's the thing. I didn't know that Tinder was that.
Yeah.
So the word is called hook up. Like if you just want to like boom boom get it over with, that's hook up. Yeah. So I'm connecting with all these people that want to hook up.
Oh.
So in my profile, I'm putting relationship hook up. But I
you want a relationship and hook up
because
you didn't know.
I didn't know hook up meant hook up. I was like, yo, I don't want no long distance relationship.
Right.
I want to hook up. I want to hook up with you and let's talk and do dinner and all that kind of stuff. I want to meet people that want to hook up.
Right.
And it was so funny. So I'm talking to these people that like, you swipe the right way or whatever. And they're like, oh, what's up? I'm like, hey, what's up? And I'm a conversationalist, so I'm trying to get to know you through the text. And they just stop texting. I'm like, I thought we was doing good. But I didn't realize they wanted to hook up. We don't need all this conversation about what school you went to, what you into? Like, do you want to go grab something? No.
They just want to hook up. See, and so I'm 40. I probably be like you. Like, where do you find the rules at? No, I'm trying to be in a relationship, but I'm using all the wrong terminology, and people think, oh no, she ain't. You know? Okay.
Yo, actually, Coriel wrote my profile too.
Really?
That got my wife. Yep.
Oh,
she wrote my little bio.
And I was just on the phone with her, so I got to call her. Write mine for me. But okay, so in full transparency, so I went on an app. Because, okay, I have a lot of issues where people say, oh, you're too successful. Men have told me you're intimidating. I wouldn't date you, but you could do my trademark, that type of stuff, right? So I was like, okay, well, let me go to a dating app with rich men and maybe, you know, I'll be accepted there. Because I had this like, she was like a dating, but it was all weird to me because I was just like, no. I was doing it for like 3 days and I just stopped everything.
What? It was like
on the app. So you go to the app.
What's it called?
It's
a dating app with rich people.
Rich people.
Oh wow, that's a good idea. Actually.
Yeah, it's rich people. But here's the thing: I didn't know the woman not supposed to be rich. The man only wants to be rich, and he wants what they was called. So I was supposed to be a sugar baby, but I didn't qualify for being a sugar baby.
Oh my god!
Because they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I could give you $2,000 a week, or I could give you." I'm like, $2,000. What the hell that's gonna do for me?
That was like on their profile, like things they willing to offer?
So we'll start talking. And then it was like, I guess like, I'm thinking like these are rich men who want a relationship, you know, with maybe other rich women, right? And it was like, no, like they want sex and they gonna pay you $2,000 a week to be like their sugar baby, their companion.
Is that a real thing?
Yes. And I accidentally thinking I'm like, you know, I'm thinking like it's a network like of like, you know, successful people who looking for marriage, and then it was men on there like, yeah, I'm married, like with no shame. I'm like, wait a minute, well, I don't want to talk to you, and they like, oh, I was just trying to hook up and pay you like $2,000 a week, and I'm like, what? No,
unbelievable.
Yes,
that's what that is. I remember working at the Cheesecake Factory. You know, it's always baddie. Little chocolate brown, long hair, just bad. And then the guy comes in and I'm like, that's your daddy.
Yeah.
Or that's the whatever your company or something. And it's just so far on the spectrum. And I'm looking like, dang. First off, it was like, dang, if he could get her.
Right.
She got low self-esteem. I could do that.
Right.
But then I realized that, wow, he's paying for that.
They sugar babies.
Sugar baby.
And it's called something. It's not sugar daddy or nothing like that. Well, see, you know.
This brother right here, he know.
What is called? What is
He
called?
know the apps.
Seeking. That's what it's seeking. And it's seeking. And I'm thinking like I'm seeking a relationship. That's what I was thinking. And I'm thinking like, okay, since I have problems dating people who say I'm thinking, okay, if I'm seeking a relationship with somebody who's already rich, I'm not gonna have. That's not gonna be an issue.
Wow.
And then, or it will be like, you know, yeah, I'm rich, but you're not supposed to be rich. And they 40. You too? Oh, I don't even look 40, but they were like, and they'll be like, old men, like 60, 50 some years old, talking about no older than 30 years old.
I want something to play with and show off to their friends.
What?
And to show off to their friends.
I guess so. So yeah, I was like, oh, see, I didn't know the rules, so I was just like, let me just. Nah.
You got too much money. Would y'all do that? Would you jump on would you seek an arrangement? Yeah, you better lick that lip. She licked that ball like,
huh?
2,000, you say.
Oh.
You say, she said, what that app do? You gotta
have sex. You gotta be their companion. You gotta and they gonna pay your bills. But see, they used to paying bills that's only less than $2,000 a week or so.
I mean, but
and that's not bad money. But I mean,
$8K.
$8K.
You ain't got to do nothing.
I do that in a day though.
Well, yeah,
so
but
like
That's why you're not supposed to be on the app.
But I didn't know. I thought
Stop ruining the app, okay?
Right. Like I'm messing up the algorithm.
Them two was like, hold on, but what I gotta do though? You know what I mean? Whatever. He give you $100,000 a year.
That is $100,000.
Yeah.
I know, because I frowned upon it. Like,
what if it is at 20 though?
20K. I was going. A week or a month.
A week.
A week. We could go a month.
Like a little million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, going.
Rosezena, that's prostitution. You're
No,
a lawyer.
it's not
You should know that. Yeah, you talking about some yes.
No, it's not prostitution. I'm seeking a relationship where he can provide for me.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't even think we said the word trademark one time this whole conversation.
I don't think we said it.
We've been for an hour and some change.
Are you enjoying yourself?
I loved it. The good news is I got another excuse to bring you back on the show. This is amazing.
So. Yes. It was, I don't know how we ended up talking about my dating life this whole
Hey, this going to be the one though. This going to be the one.
Oh my God. My DM's going to blow up. But guess what? Tell them they got to get a trademark. Like, don't.
You got to get a trademark, okay? One of the best ways to start this relationship is hit her up like, yo, I heard you do trademarks.
Now all the Target managers.
Oh, they on your head right now. Yeah, hey,
I love Target though.
Yo, the 40 and under crew, okay? Top 40 under 40,000. Make sure you hit her DM.
No,
okay? She want to. Yo, that we gonna name this episode Top 40 under 40.
No, but I actually want to date somebody older than me.
Really?
In real life.
Okay.
I want to date somebody probably like at least 10 years my senior.
So 50?
50. I'll go up to 55.
Really? Mm-hmm. I think that's doable.
Yeah. I want to date somebody older than me. I mean, I'm 40. I'll go, old, but I prefer someone. Because I want somebody who can teach, like, me a lot and be able to learn, like, a lot from, someone. Like, I prefer someone who is a businessman, right? Who has made a lot of mistakes, has made a lot of success. Just things I can learn from and, it's, like people talk about submission. It'll be easy to submit to something like that.
What about 50-year-old Target manager?
No.
No?
No, now I'm going to pass on the 50-year-old Target manager.
Oh, my gosh. Kay, did you know that there's a website they'll pay you $2,000 a week for companionship? Did you know that? You want to know the name of the app? Yeah, you do. Yo,
Seeking.com. It's called Seeking.com.
This has been I don't think I've ever had this conversation on the Social Proof podcast. So I think it's important, especially for entrepreneurs and women like that are women that are bosses. Like, I think it's a good conversation because you're not the only one that goes through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think it's men. My message to men, now that I know, there are really successful women, especially when you start getting over 40, that aren't looking for the handsome, muscles, money, car. The standards are lowering, but they're changing because you understand value. You know what I mean? In your 30s or your 20s, as long as that man fine, cheat on you a couple times, all good, they got money.
Keep his sneakers clean.
Yeah.
In your 20s, like, he gotta have lit sneakers.
You fresh, you already know, got the little, you keep your hair right, keep the beard going. Yeah. It's cool, but I think as you live and you learn, you value different things. Now, you still want fine or attractive, but it's not the number one.
It's not.
You know what I mean?
It's not.
So.
And he ought to be a thinker, like just a thinker, like someone who can think. Because as a successful woman, we deal with a lot of problems and a lot of challenges. And to be able to go and have like a dialogue and a conversation where you can help me think through or think me out of a problem, right?
They can't just be fine and dumb.
Right, exactly. Like a contributor, And like I said, for me, I'm more attractive to a smart man than an attractive man, right? Gotcha. Like just the way he thinks. It was this guy who was a teacher, actually. And he was and he did some amazing things, and I just love. He was a high school teacher.
He did some amazing things. What you mean?
Like when he talked to his kids, how he talked to the kids.
Yeah.
I never met the man in person, but how he
thing.
talked to the kids and how he engaged with the kids and how he just spoke to them. It was just an attraction there for me because I was like, wow, this man is really smart. Like he's an intellect, right? Huh?
Y'all dated?
No, we just talked a few times, but it was me. Like that's what attracted me to him, and it wasn't looks or anything.
Why y'all stopped talking?
I just felt like he wasn't through with his past situation, and so when I picked that up, I just removed myself from the situation because I don't want to be the cause of a man leaving a woman or staying with a woman, right? I just want to remove myself from that situation and let them figure that out and kind of wrap that up first before I even take part in that.
That Mary J. Blige song, what is your most memorable bars from it?
I was about to play it when I was here.
What's your love and your secretary working every day of the week?
It's the 11 years, even though it was more for me, because it's like I sacrifice my time with you, right? And like one thing I used to say, I gave him the best years of my life, my youth, right? And so it's just like for me, it's like I sacrifice that time with you when we knew it should have been over probably a long time ago. You get what I'm saying? And so it's just like for me, it's just like the time I put into this, I can't even cry no more about it. I'm just happy it's over, it's done, and I'm about to move on and live my life to the fullest.
Yeah. Goodness gracious. Hey, man, this is an amazing conversation. I know I enjoyed it, and I think we gave some insight for both sides, men and women.
Yeah.
We gave Norm hope. Okay.
Jason.
And, So my encouragement was no matter how successful or fabulous the person looks, shoot your shot. I'm realizing that now because, bro, if you are a good person, you ain't gotta have it all together. As long as you have some ambition, and that's a ringing theme I get amongst single successful women. Like, yo, if you got some ambition, if you got some like you don't want to stay in your situation, I'm open to it. So
I'm open to it.
Good. Well, Rosezena, go on and give your number out.
Nope.
Sorry. Hey, look. Okay, do me a favor. Okay, here we go. What is a code word that a man can just send to your DM to let you know that they're interested? Let's just okay. So I got it. Don't even worry about it. If for one, you definitely need to get your trademark done, okay? Because this is she's best in the business. Trademarks. Listen, we brought her on to talk about trademarks because I never really heard anyone talk about trademarks like you do, like with so much passion and so much current events. It's just amazing. But just send a random DM that says social proof in it. That is the sign that says, what's up? Even if you are nervous, throw the ball in her court, okay? Rosezena just sees social proof. She's going to look at your page, see what's going on. If she like what's going on, she probably going to heart it. That's our little communication right there. And that is your cue to at least say what's up.
Okay. I'm down for it. Because I do be looking at the pages, like what's going. And that's another thing. Instagram is like a resume. Yeah. It's a resume for business. Sure. It's a resume for personal. People looking. And people might think I only got 25 followers, 12 pictures. Ain't nobody. We looking at them 12 pictures.
100%.
You best believe. Like if you got.
Sometimes that's a good sign too. You ain't lit. Really, what attracted me to my wife?
Yeah.
One, she didn't have any pictures looking back at it. I went through her post. I went through her page. Mm-hmm. She ain't had no pictures looking back at it, like one of them.
Yeah.
Word up. I saw that. I was like, oh, wow. You really ain't like just... That picture to me is look at my butt.
Yeah.
That's what that says. But she ain't have that. Mm-hmm. And I think she had like a couple hundred followers. And I said...
Bang. Yeah.
Let's go. You ain't lit. You ain't lit. You ain't got people on your DM. And I think she was private. I was like, well, first I was like, what you got to hide? But
yeah,
that was a sign for me.
But she's a working woman too, right?
Like, well, she was.
She was. So she wasn't like on social media, like, and that's another thing to me that's attractive too. Like that, cause everybody ain't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes people like they own everybody who got all the followers and things, but it really be the person who probably gonna treat you right, love you more, and cherish you more, and they got the least followers, and they don't even really care about social media.
That's a fact.
Some of the realest people I know don't even have social media. Some of the richest people I know, they got like the least amount of followers, you know? So it's just like, but what you got, I'm looking, like you said, like, I want to see if you got guns in the picture. Like, I want to know all that stuff.
Yeah. If you're in a picture with your middle finger up, just take it down before you DM her. If you sit there with your middle finger up in a picture, you look crazy. Okay.
Take down the money phones.
No
please.
more money phones. So yes, so that's the way you flirt right now. Okay, just DM social proof, the biz lawyer, the biz BIZ lawyer, right? The biz lawyer. So the DM social proof. She respond, great. If she don't, you shot. That's you shooting your shot. The reason I'm doing that is because that would relieve pressure from me. I'm like, okay, I could just throw it in there, leave it. If something come back, I'm gonna check all day though. But if something come back, you know what I mean? It's up. But yes, Rosezena, man, please tell everybody what you do and how they can connect with you.
So I am a trademark attorney. We actually own our own trademark law firm. Our firm was just ranked number 37 out of over 28,000 trademark law firms in the country. I was ranked number 15 out of over 33,000 trademark lawyers in this country. So I'm so proud of that. I am a mom. I do have 3 kids, so you know that too. Can't have no more. I ain't having no more kids.
They grown.
They grown. I have a 21-year-old, so if you intimidated by him, don't come. Because people be intimidated by him too. A 17-year-old, but he's a great kid. 17-year-old, and I have a 10-year-old, and they are like one of my proudest, accomplishments, and, just making sure that they are productive citizens and doing great things in life. It will be my proudest moment. So that's who I am. You can follow me at The Biz Lawyer on Instagram, and me and my team would love to connect with you.
Yes, absolutely. She ain't got no newborns, no little babies.
No newborns.
That's up. So look, man.
Really quick.
Go for it.
I also want to date somebody who already have kids.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I would prefer.
Why? Because you don't want to have any more?
Because I don't want any more.
What if they don't want any? If
they don't want it, I just think parenting is something you got to experience to kind of understand, right? And I kind of want that dynamic. Like, the perfect guy for me is somebody who's divorced, who's been married, right?
Hey.
Yeah, I want
that makes sense actually.
Who already been through it, because now they're very intentional about how they go into the next situation, and they have kids, kind of like a Brady Bunch kind of situation is what I'm looking for,
Okay, a little weird, but all right, cool.
What you say? It's weird.
A little bit.
Why?
I want a Brady Bunch situation.
Kind of like, because I'm a mom, I have 3 kids, and I want. Remember, they met and he had 3 kids.
Yes.
And then they merged their family together. Okay. And they had 6 kids together, but 3 were they were both previously
No, I
married.
get it. I know the story.
Why is that weird?
It's not weird. It's just, well, if that's your desire.
No, it's not it's not like, but I just think like it'll just make things easy.
I mean, okay, because they understand parenting.
Yes.
They've been through a situation where they learned what they don't want and what they do want. All that makes sense, actually.
In marriage, yep.
All right, well, that makes sense. Well, look, man, make sure y'all follow The Biz Lawyer. Make sure you DM social proof, okay? If she hearts it, that's her flirting back, okay? So you know it's up from there. But man, make sure y'all follow. We actually, me and Rosezena got some business we are going to be doing together. She's handling, our trademark. She will be at the podcast summit, teaching the importance of podcast protection, trademark protection, trademark law. It is vital. Okay, so hopefully you'll be able to show some love, maybe discount stuff if they come meet you at the conference.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Yeah, we got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So make sure you go to podcastsummit.com, get your tickets, man, and make sure you get some social proof, meaning go build something. But remember how you built it so you can come back to your community and teach them how you did what you did. It's the only way our community grows. All right, we out of here. Peace. If you like the video that you just watched, click this one. You're going to like this one, maybe even more. Click it right now.